We want to introduce you to a group of young people who epitomize the future of this great country. Your American Legion Youth Champions.
The 2014 American Legion Baseball All-Academic Team Captain is Matthew Walsh. He hails from East Weymouth, Massachusetts, and is currently a sophomore at the University of Massachusetts, Amherst. His professional goal is to become a civil engineer. Matthew is an Eagle Scout and a member of the planning committee for a recent Wounded Warrior 5K. Matthew is sponsored by Post 79 in South Weymouth, Massachusetts. Please welcome your 2014 All-Academic Team Captain, Matthew Walsh.
Good morning. I would like to open by thanking National Commander Helm, Sons National Commander Moss, Auxiliary President Jeffords, and the entire American Legion family for having us. It is with great pride and pleasure that I get the chance to speak before you. It is truly an honor to be standing amongst such a crowd marked by self-sacrifice, patriotism, and service. I look out and see all of these flight caps and feel as though I am in the wrong spot. Today, I am being recognized as a distinguished guest, but I feel as though it should be all of you on this stage getting the recognition and praise. For without you, this great country would not exist. I have gotten the chance to meet and speak with you during this conference, and to be honest, it has changed my life. Seeing this great organization come together and work for the betterment of America has brought out a deep sense of patriotism and love of country from inside me. I am humbled to represent the outstanding American Legion Baseball program as the 2014 All-Academic Team Captain. American Legion Baseball is an organization that serves thousands of young athletes throughout the United States, with some of the most competitive baseball in the country. Legion Baseball was truly an escape. It was a way in which I found it easiest to remove myself from the grind, toils, and struggle of everyday life. Many kids in this world have a day filled with hardship, whether it be economic, emotional, or physical, and the baseball field is truly a place where they can just lose themselves in the game. Baseball is like therapy. Smelling the damp grass and clay on a warm, muggy summer night and looking out from behind that plate and seeing 8 other guys looking back at you is truly soothing for the mind and calming for the nerves. I grew up around the game and have spent countless hours on the field, so it has a very special place in my heart. Baseball is the perfect summer pastime, and on behalf of all the players, I would like to thank my home Post 79, all the American Legion posts, as well as the Legionnaires, for their continued support in making Legion Baseball what it is today. This scholarship means the world to me. It is from the bottom of my heart that I extend my most sincere thanks to the American Legion and all who make these awards possible. It is extremely impressive to see the investment and effort which the Legion puts into the youth of America and the invaluable programs which they offer. Words cannot describe just how appreciative I am of this award and all the good it has done in my life. It is truly an honor to hold such a title. Without it, I would not be able to attend college, have such a bright future ahead of me, and the chance to pursue my dreams. In closing, I would again like to thank the Legion family for their hospitality and generosity. Without you, I would not be where I am today. Thank you and God bless.
Our next youth champion was elected as president of Boys Nation by his peers. He hails from Sarasota, Florida, and he's a member of the National Honor Society, as well as the Mathematics, Spanish, History, and Science Honor Societies. He would like to pursue a career in law and political science. He's sponsored by Florida Post 159. Please welcome your 2015 Boys Nation president, Aravind Baiju.
Thank you. I would like to begin by expressing my gratitude to National Commander Michael Helm of the American Legion, National Commander Mike Moss of the Sons of the American Legion, and President Janet Jeffert of the American Legion Auxiliary. These three individuals exemplified the dedication of your organizations to both God and country. Thank you. In my 2 life-changing weeks at Boys State and Boys Nation, I learned many important ideals of this country and Americanism. However, one of these has influenced me the most. I learned and now believe that the greatest quality of this nation is perhaps the hardest to define. That is, our American spirit. This spirit is one of daring, determination, and faith. It began when our founding fathers wrote the words, "We the people," and had the courage to start a great fight that many thought they would lose. This American spirit is what put Theodore Roosevelt through the Panama Canal, the Wright brothers into the sky, and Neil Armstrong on the moon. This spirit is what made 3 brave American men not casual onlookers on a French train, but prompted them to stand up, act, and become heroes. This American spirit is the idea that you can reap what you sow, and this American spirit is that all men are indeed created equal in both opportunity and in inalienable rights. It's not often that you'll hear a debate about England or China being the best in the world. That faith and idealism is uniquely American, whether we like it or not. America is the greatest country in the world, perhaps not because of our booming economy or because of our strong military, but because we believe we are. So, my final and most important thank you goes out to this country, those who have defended it, and your organizations that embody that American spirit like no other, because changing the world has never been easy, but it begins with helping just one person. I have been that one person, as well as thousands across this great nation, that you all have instilled ideas of leadership, honor, brotherhood, and that American spirit in, and for a final time, I thank you. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God forever bless these United States of America. Thank you.
The 2015 Eagle Scout of the Year is from Elkhorn, Nebraska. His Eagle Scout project, the Douglas County Korean War Memorial, fundraised over $4,000, and the monument is engraved with the names of the 79 Douglas County men who lost their lives in the Korean War. The following year, he raised funds and created the Douglas County Vietnam War Memorial. After high school, he plans to attend college, majoring in mechanical engineering. Sponsored by Nebraska Post 58, please welcome your Eagle Scout of the Year, Ethan Koppel.
Good morning, and thank you. I'm honored to be recognized as the American Legion 2015 National Eagle Scout of the Year. I'd like to thank Legion Post 58 in Valley, Nebraska for nominating me, and say thank you to the many American Legion Posts who have supported my projects and other Boy Scouts across the nation. I'd also like to thank the National Commander, Michael Helm, for inviting us, National Commander of the Sons, Mike Moss, and National Auxiliary President, Janet Jeffords, and the entirety of the Legion family for hosting us, and just inviting us into the Legion family this week. It's been really great. In life, there are those who talk, and there are those who do. Scouting and the Legion are about doing. The national theme of the Boy Scouts of America is around unparalleled experiences. In my 11 plus years of scouting, I've had a ton of amazing experiences, ranging from practicing life-saving techniques in the Caribbean while under the watchful eyes of Fangs the Barracuda, to portaging the mosquito-infested trails of the Minnesota Boundary Waters, and carrying a U.S. flag to the summit of Mount Baldy in Philmont Scout Ranch, and dedicating and creating 2 war memorials for our veterans. There are so many opportunities to have fun, grow, and learn in scouting, and we need to ensure that more youth like me have these opportunities. Young leaders like myself also need to spearhead efforts to create cultures of serving, giving, and doing, rather than ones of talking, taking, and entitlement. It means a great deal to me to look around this room It means a great deal to me to look around this room and see so many veterans, those who have been doing so much for this great country. I'm also happy to announce that I'll be joining the Legion family as a son of the American Legion upon my return to Nebraska at my home Squadron 58. I'm humbled to be chosen as the National Eagle Scout of the Year and fully realize the roles Legion Post 58 and the Department of Nebraska have played in me being chosen for this honor. So I'd just like to thank you one last time for all your support and commitment to this nation. And I am so proud to represent the American Legion and our Boy Scouts of America. Thank you. God bless all of you, and God bless America.
In competition at Colorado Springs a few weeks ago, 2 youth champions took top prize in the 25th Junior Air Rifle Championships. Rianne Travis from Poolville, Texas, claimed the precision champion title with a 2487.9 out of a possible 2509. Rianne shoots for the 4-H shooting sports. Please welcome our 2015 precision champion, Rianne Travis.
Good morning. I would like to begin by thanking National Commander Mike Helm, National Commander of the Suns, Mike Moss, and President of the Auxiliary, Janet Jefford. Whenever someone asks me if I want to go to the Olympics, my answer is no. I want to be at the top of the podium to represent my country. The only problem was, until the American Legion National Championship match, I had no real concept of what representing my country really looked like. Before competing in Colorado, it was just another match that would put me one step closer to that podium. God puts us where we need to be, though, and I needed to be there, but not just because I'm a pretty good shot. I needed to understand that representing my country is more than just a single moment of standing at the top of a podium, holding a flag, and hearing our national anthem play. The American Legion volunteers demonstrated that representing our country really means one must serve through actions in order to make the world a better place for those who stand beside us and those who will come after us. Through their enthusiasm and enjoyment of serving at the match, I witnessed how true service to others reflects a living patriotism, one of loyalty and love of country, and how the reward for that service is measured beyond the tangibles of a medal or a check. The intangible joy they returned to us was much more valuable. My thank you is for your service, for the joy that you have in being a part of this organization, of this country, and in the lives of the young people, such as myself, to whom you offer such life-changing opportunities. Someday, when I do stand atop that Olympic podium, holding our stars and stripes and listening to our national anthem, I will represent each and every one of you. I will forever serve as a testament to the power who have given of themselves for this country and those who will stand for this country in the generations to come. Thank you.
In the sporter category, the championship was captured by a young shooter representing Flowing Wells High School in Arizona. He's sponsored by Post 7, located in Tucson, Arizona. He won the title by firing 23-31 out of a possible 25-09. Please welcome your 2015 Sporter Shooting Champion, Adam McClintock.
Good morning. I'd like to begin by giving special thanks to the entire American Legion family, especially to American Legion Commander Michael Helm, Sons Commander Michael Moss, and Auxiliary President Janet Jefford. Today, I have the honor of representing the many sporter shooters around the nation as a junior shooting sports youth champion. But like everyone, I didn't start where I am today. My journey to get here started 4 years ago on what was quite possibly the most difficult day of my entire life. I remember coming home from my second day of freshman year and being informed that my parents would not be returning home from their annual trip to Sturgis and that they had passed in a tragic motorcycle accident. Thankfully, my Uncle Dave and Aunt Susan stepped forward and invited me into their home and into their lives. I know I will forever be grateful to them for doing so. But that year, I let the death of my parents overtake me, and it drastically affected my life as both a student and a citizen. This ended my sophomore year. Upon the assistance of my uncle, I joined the junior ROTC program, where I found the discipline and the structure that I needed to get my life back on track. The junior ROTC program taught me a truly deep respect for this country's veterans. Each year on Veterans Day, we would march in the parade and visit a local nursing home where we would deliver handwritten letters to the veterans who lived there. My senior year, I had the honor of leading that detail myself. Seeing and hearing the responses from our letters and from the flag ceremony was what truly made me understand what service meant to them and what it meant to them to see the younger generation coming up behind them, ready to give their own service. It is what inspired me to become a better citizen. My academic inspiration came in the form of the rifle team. It was something I enjoyed, and it worked as a personal escape from my everyday life. By the end of my senior year, I'd worked my way to the top 20% of my class, I'd won a championship, and I was going to go to college. Today, I'm a freshman engineering major at the University of Arizona, and I'm hoping within the next year to transfer to West Point. I give one last thanks to the American Legion family for giving not only myself, but all of my fellow youth and the many youth around the country the opportunities that they have to get where they are today. If I do anything in my future, I hope that I can provide someone else that is going through a struggle the same opportunities that you and all in my life have provided me so that they may fulfill their dreams, just as you have. Thank you.
Our next youth champion hails from Ocala, Florida. She displayed poise and effectiveness in delivering her prepared oration entitled Our Greatest Honor. She enjoys tennis and is the founder of Kids in Special Situations, Inc., a not-for-profit organization. She is currently attending the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business and plans to pursue a career in law. Sponsored by Florida Post 27, please welcome your 2015 National Oratorical Contest winner, Gita Minocha.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Oh, come on, it's the first day of the convention. I'm sure you're not all tired yet. How are you all doing today? Good, I'm so glad to hear it. I'd like to thank once again the Legion National Commander, Michael Helm, the Suns National Commander, Michael Moss, and the National Auxiliary President, Janet Jeffords, for allowing me to be here today to share my experiences with you. I consider it the greatest of honors. I believe it would be quite uncalled for if I began without first acknowledging all those who made my presence here possible. From driving and even flying to and from every contest location, to listening to my speech every single time I wished to practice it, my family never once wavered in its love and support. My father in particular is in the audience today, and so a huge thank you goes out to the best dad in the world who, incidentally, has been more excited for this event than I've been. Additionally, I'm immeasurably grateful to American Legion Post 27 of Ocala, Florida, and especially to Mr. Joe, Mr. Brian, and Mrs. Kay Vogue for their tremendous assistance and love. I entered the oratorical contest on a whim. My counselor mentioned it to me about a week before the Ocala competition, and I set out to do my best to excel, though I didn't expect much. One win turned to 2, then 3, then 4, and finally, I found myself at the national finals in Indianapolis. I'll be frank with you, I don't remember a lot about every stage of the competition. It's all a bit of a blur. But here's what I do remember. I remember the various bits of advice I was given by each of the judges following each of the rounds. Every single, "Speak a little louder, kid," or "Be fluid and comfortable with your movements." I remember the encouragement that I was given each and every, "You're gonna do great," or "Don't worry, you've got this." But most of all, I remember the support that I received. This is perhaps most exemplified by a letter written by my home post, Post 27, to the administrators of the oratorical contest early on during this year. In it, the adjutant, Mr. Brian Vogue, wrote, "At Post 27, we are proud of Geeta, and we know that she is a winner." This advice, this encouragement, this belief in me has transformed me. Just as I'm sure these things have transformed each and every participant in the Legion's oratorical contest. The American Legion, through its youth programs, changes lives and helps the future leaders of these countries develop essential skills. The oratorical contest does this more so than any other youth program. History has forever been at the mercy of language. A few words spoken thousands of years ago spawned the creation of the religions we still adhere to today. A few questions sparked the Enlightenment. Winston Churchill's blood, sweat, toil, and tears speech brought strength to a weakened nation. Words have the power to change the world. Now that my own communication abilities have advanced to a, dare I say, competent level, I'd like to begin making my own contributions to this country and to this world. The scholarship money I was so generously given will be going towards my tuition at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business, where I will be concentrating in business economics and public policy. I hope to apply this education to a career in law and public policy. The media has recently reported that wealth inequality in this country is such that the gap between the middle class and the top 10% is over 1,000%. That's wrong. Additionally, it was recently reported that there are over 13,000 homeless veterans in the United States. This constitutes a little over 12% of our total homeless population. This means that these men and women went to serve our country, and when they returned, they were not provided with adequate compensation in the form of pension, health care, therapy, and so on. That's wrong. I could go on, but these are issues that I believe our great country should be leading the world in progressing. I'd like to help make a difference in these areas and in others. My biggest inspiration, Theodore Roosevelt, said in one of his more famous quotations that far and away the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. The American Legion has, by introducing me to the Constitution via its oratorical contest, introduced me to the beauties of this country that perhaps earlier I hadn't quite seen. Now, I'm intent on preserving our values, and I am intent on making this union ever more perfect. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in the United States of America, and I believe in the ideals that this nation was founded on. Thank you all very much once again. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America.